Hello, class 12th students. We are talking the integrations, and today we will do this exercise number 7.5. The question number 1. What says integrate the rational function in exercises 1 to 21? We have to perform the integrations of the for the rational function given. See this question number 1. This integrand is given x upon x plus 2 and say we have a one numerator and one denominator. Factor is given. Whenever we have a factor we want to do the integration of this part. This integrand, first of all, we will find out the part. We do the partial fraction. We will find out partial fraction. Partial fraction of the integrand. The first step is that integrand is here. You see this one, x upon x plus 1, this x plus 2 can be written as a upon x plus 1 plus b upon x plus 2. See, these two factors are there. Both the factors are linear. You see this one, linear factors are there. It means the power of x is 1. So linear factors are there. So for these two linear factors, I say a upon the first factor plus b upon the second factor. So now I would like to just to find out the value of a and b. Okay. So what I say, I will just multiply the whole equation, multiply both sides, multiply both sides by this product factor x minus 1 x plus 2. Okay. So what we are getting? We are getting x equal to a times x minus 1 plus b times, we say, this is x plus 1 x plus 2. We are making the wrong one. This is x plus 1 x plus 2. A times x plus 2 and b times x plus 1. Okay, this is 2. So x times a times x plus 2 and b times x plus 1. Now we say that coefficient of x, both the sides. Coefficient of x on the both the sides will be different. You see this one. Now we compare the coefficient of x and constant. Compare the coefficient of x and constant. See, the coefficient of x in the left hand side is 1, and the right hand side we have a plus b. Okay. Constant, there is no constant in the left side, and the right side we have a constant 2a and a constant plus b. So we have two equations, a and plus b, and now we have to find out the value of a and b. So from equation number 2, you can say 2a equal to minus b. Or better, you can find out the value directly. I will solve these two equations. Subtract minus b and minus. We are getting b will cancel out, and we are getting 1 equal to minus a. So a equal to minus 1. So a equal to minus 1, it means b equal to what? Put the value of the minus 1 in the equation. B equal to comes out 2. So now we have a value of a and b. So you see this one, this factor. Now we have find out the value of this one, x upon x plus 1 x plus 2. A equal to, we see, minus 1 upon x plus 1, and b is here, we see 2 upon x plus 2. So the integrand becomes in two parts. So you can say that your integration, this integration becomes in two parts, -1 upon x plus 1. So what I'm saying that here, after this partial fraction, this integrations is now divided in two parts, are that we say integration of first part a equal to -1, -1 upon, we are writing here x plus 1 dx, plus 2 upon, we are getting here x plus 2 dx. So this integration I become that. So now taking the integration both the sides, we are getting -1 minus of log of mod x plus 1 plus 2 times log of mod x plus 2 plus some constant c. Say this lot two terms are there. I can combine these two terms. Yeah, of course I can combine, or maybe leave out here better. Let me combine the terms. So it becomes minus log mod x plus 1 plus log mod x plus 2 whole square plus some constant c. So now again we combine these two terms are there of log. So it becomes log x plus 2 square divided by x plus 1 plus some constant c. This is the answer of this question. Now we want to do the second question. Here is the two things are there. Answer, whenever we write down the answer, lot terms are there, we combine the lot terms. Say question number 2. This is a formula directly, so I don't need to solve this question at all. You see in this question number 2. This is, we want to do the integration. All right. You know formula. You know formula. 1 upon x square minus a square dx will be equal to what? 1 upon 2a log of x minus a upon x plus a plus some constant c. So this integration 1 upon x square minus 3 square dx can be written as 1 upon 2 into 3 log of x minus 3 divided by x plus 3 plus some constant c. If you simplify this one, 1 upon 6 natural log ln x minus 3 divided by x plus 3 plus some constant c. So this is the answer of this question. There's no need to do the partial fraction because it's a formula directly. Question number 3. You see in this question, denominator has a factor. All right. And I want to do the integration of this part. So first of all, I would like to do the factor of that part. Say how many factors are there. 3x minus 1 divided by x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. My first step, we will do the partial fraction. And we say the partial fraction, we say 3 linear factors are there. So I will say this x minus 1 linear factor, linear factor, linear factor. A upon x minus 1 plus b upon x minus 2 plus c upon x minus 3. Now we have to find out the value of a, b, c. So whole equation is multiplied by x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. Multiply by x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. multiply. So what we are getting? 3x minus 1, that will be equal to a times x minus 1, x minus 1 cancel out, it comes out x minus 2, x minus 3 plus b times x minus 2 will be cancel out, x minus 1, x minus 3 plus c times x minus 1, x minus 2. Now, see, this is factor terms are there. I would like to simplify further. So I will simplify this. Let's see how we simplify this one. 3x minus 1 can be written as a times. Open these two brackets are there, combine this one. We are getting a quadratic equation, x square minus 2x minus 3 minus 5x minus 2 into minus 3 plus x plus b times x square minus x minus 3x, this comes out minus 4x minus 1 into minus 3 comes out 3 plus c times x square minus x minus 2x minus 3x minus 1 into minus 2 plus 2. Now compare the coefficient. Coefficient of first x square. There is no x square in the left hand side. It is 0 equal to a x square plus b plus c. A plus b plus c equal to 0. Second, you see x coefficient is here 3 and right hand side x coefficient are minus 5a minus 4b minus 3c. And constant is, you see in the left side, minus 1, and here is 6a minus this one we say constant 3b plus 3b, and we say plus 2c. So first of all, we have to find out the value of a, b, c. 3 equations and 3 unknown. These 3 equations are here and 3 unknowns a, b, c. So let's say how can we solve this one? Put the value of first equation into the second one, a is the value of c. So we get the equation of in terms of ab. So in equation number second, we put the value of c. You can say here c equal to what? Minus a minus b. All right. We put the value of c equal to minus a minus b in this equation. So this equation becomes 3 equal to minus 5a minus 4b plus 3a plus 3b. So this will be equal to what? We can say 3 equal to minus 2a minus b. So minus 2a, 3 equal to, we can say equation number 1. Okay, fine. Second, we say in this third equation, again we put the value of c. So what we are getting? Minus 1 equal to 6a plus 3b. 2c, we say minus a minus b. So you see this equation becomes minus 1 equal to 5a plus 2b. Equation number you can say 2. So I want to just find out the value of a and b. So we see that here is 2. Equation number 1 is multiplied by 2. Multiply this equation by 2. Okay, what you are getting? 6 equal to minus 4a minus 2b. And this equation number 2, minus 1 equal to 5a plus 2b. Add these two equations. 2b will cancel out. We are getting a equal to 5. The value of a is comes out 5. See, the value of a is comes out 5. So we can find out the value of b and c also. So in this equation number 2, we put the value of a minus 1 equal to 5 into 5, 25 plus 2b. Right. And now we see that here b comes out what? Minus 25 minus 26 equal to 2b. B comes out minus 13. B is minus 13, and so what is the value of C? C equal to minus A minus B. You know this equation. If we put the value here, so C comes out minus A means minus 5, minus B means plus 13. It comes out 8. So we have a values A equal to 5, B equal to minus 13, and C equal to 8. So the whole equation becomes what? You say this is the integrations are that. Now we have a values A, B, C. So this integration becomes what? Now taking the integration A upon x minus 1. You see in the first integration becomes now A upon x minus 1. A is 5. Integration of 1 upon x minus 1 dx. Now B is minus 13. And you see what the value will comes out. Let me see. This is x minus 1. So second one is x minus 2. And third one is x minus 3. So we have x minus 2 and x minus 3. Fine. X minus 2 dx. And C times 1 upon x minus 3 dx. Taking integration both the sides, this will give you the integration 5 log of mod x minus 1 minus 13 log of mod x minus 2 plus 8 log of mod x minus 3 plus some constant c. This is the answer of the integration. Now we will solve the next question, that is question number 4. So I say we want to do what we are doing here. We are just finding the partial fraction of the integrand, and then the integration becomes much simple, is broken into smaller parts. See this question number 3 in a almost in a similar line is there. So we will not do this question number 4. Come in the question number 5. Okay. So in this question number 5, okay, first we'll do the question number 4, no doubt. Whether in similar line or not. Okay. We want to do the integration of that part. Okay. So my thing is that I would like to do the partial fraction of that part. Partial fraction will comes out x upon x minus 1. I think we have done this question. Okay. Anyway, we will do again x minus 2, x minus 3. And you will see it can be written as a upon x minus 1 plus b upon x minus 2 plus c upon x minus 3. We will do the partial fraction and find out the value of ABC, and then we do the integrations and we will get the answer. So let's say multiply the whole equation by x minus 1, multiply. You can do what? Multiply. We have to find out the coefficient ABC. X minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. Okay. So what we are getting? X equal to a times x minus 2, x minus 3 plus b times x minus 1, x minus 3 plus c times x minus 1, x minus 2. Okay. Now compare the coefficient. X, open the one first. We simplify this one further. A, these brackets are there. Open this bracket. X square minus 5x plus 6 plus b times, you see this one, x square minus 4x plus 3 plus c times, you see this one, x square minus 3x plus 2. Now you compare the coefficient. You see this coefficient of x square. coefficient of x square, then coefficient of x, and then coefficient of constant. So we compare this one. You say that here, x square 0, a plus b plus c equal to 0. Now, x equal to 1, coefficient of x is 1 here. Here, minus 5a minus 4b minus 3c. And here, constant 0. Here, 6a. Here, we say 3b and we say 2c. Again, we can find out the value of a, b, c. So a, b, c can be put out. Here the values. And by solving these three equations, you can get the value of a, b, c. A, B, and C, just like as you did in the question number, last question is that. So after that, we are finding the A, B, C values are there. Say what the integration becomes. You put the value of A, B, C in the question, and the integration becomes now A upon A is taken by outside 1 upon x minus 1 dx plus B times integration 1 upon x minus 2 dx plus c times integration 1 upon x minus 3 dx. So what we do, a, b, c, you solve these three equations and find out the value of a, b, c, put here. Okay, as we did in the last question. Now put the value of c in this equation and this equation and solve the value of a, b, and then we do. So I equal to what? A times log of mod x minus 1 plus b times log of mod x minus 2 plus c times log mod x minus 3 plus a constant. C we are already using here, so we take the d is a constant. So now we do the question number 5. Say this question number 5. Uh, 2x. All right. We want to do the integration of this part. 2x is there, and in the denominator we have this quadratic equations are there, right? So we do the partial fraction factor of this quadratic equation first. You see x square plus 3x plus 2 can be written as, we see x square plus 2x plus x plus 2. X can take common, x plus 2 plus 1 take common, x plus 2, and this becomes x plus 1, x plus 2. So this is a factor. So the integration becomes what? This integration I becomes 2x divided by the factor x plus 1, x plus 2. Factor is possible. Okay. Now we do the partial fraction. We say 2x upon x plus 1, x plus 2. Whenever we have a factor in the denominators, we can use the partial fraction. Yes, we see two factors, linear factors are there, both a upon x plus 1 plus b upon x plus 2. Now multiply this equation and you are getting x plus 1 plus x plus 2. Say, multiply the equation, multiply by x plus 1, x plus 2. Both sides you multiply by this one whole equation. So you are getting 2x, that will be equal to a times x plus 2 plus b times x plus 1. Now compare the coefficient. 2 equal to a plus b, and 0 constant 0 2a plus b. Okay. These two equations are there. We separate these two equations. You are getting 2 equal to, we can say, minus a. So implies that a equal to minus 2. A equal to not minus 2 is comes out. It means what? The b will be b. B should be equal to 4. So b equal to 4. So b equal to 4 is there, and we are getting this answer a and b. So this integrand becomes what? You will say the integration becomes now a equal to minus 2 integration 1 upon x plus 1 dx plus b is 4 integration dx upon x plus 2. Okay, taking the integrations minus 2 log of x plus 1 plus 4 times log of x plus 2 plus some constant c. This will be the answer of this question. Or you can combine these two x functions are there, but there's no need. Okay, fine. So now we will go to the next question, number 6. Question number 6. You see this one. 1 minus x square all right. 1 minus x square, we want to do the integration of this part. See, what is the problem with this rational function? This rational function is not proper. Is not proper. Because why? Because the order of numerator, order, or you can say degree, better you want to use the word degree. Degree, this you can say the degree of the numerator, degree of numerator equal to degree of denominator. Say the degree of numerator is 2 and degree of denominator is also 2. So this is not a proper rational function. Since this is not a proper rational function, so we can't do the partial fraction. We can do the partial fraction only for the proper rational function. So first of all, I have to make it here the proper rational functions are there. So I will do by using the long division. So we cannot do the partial fraction directly here, because the partial fraction can be done only for the proper rational function. So first of all, you have to divide this one. So it can be written as, you see, 1 minus x square is here, x minus 2x square. A standard form. This is not the standard forms. Standard form that power of x is always in decreasing order. Minus x square plus 1 divided by minus 2x square plus x. Okay. Now we do the long division to find out its value. Okay, what is this equal to what? So I say here, we do the long division here. Minus 2x square plus x. We have minus x square plus 1. Okay. We do the long division. Minus x square, we have to remove. This is minus 2x square. I need the half. So it becomes minus x square, and this becomes plus half x. Subtract, change the sign. This cancel out. This becomes minus half x plus 1. So now this equation becomes what? Half plus minus half x plus 1 divided by this one. You can say x minus 2x square. Now, this integration becomes in two parts. So now we have two parts are there. One is this part, and second is this part. So the part one, or you can say part two. So for part two, this function, the part two is that we will do the integration of this part. We do the partial fraction of that part first. This is, you can say, minus half x plus 1 divided by x, you can take common, 1 minus 2x. Okay. We are doing the partial fraction of this second part. Now this is a proper rational function because the degree in the numerator is less than the degree in the denominator. So it will be equal to what? A upon x plus b upon 1 minus 2x. So now multiply this one. So multiply by x 1 minus 2x, multiply by x 1 minus 2x. We are getting minus half x plus 1 equal to a times 1 minus 2x plus b times x. So this will compare the coefficient of x, minus half equal to minus 2a plus b, and constant 1 equal to a. So a equal to 1. So put the value of a in the equation number 1 will give you b equal to what? Minus half plus 2. So b comes out 3 by 2. So b is the 3 by 2 and a is the half. A equal to 1. So now you have the value of a and b. So integrand becomes what? You see this integrand. This integrand becomes half. See, what is the integrand? I becomes, now we see the integrand I equal to what we say, integration. We have first terms half. You see this half is comes out for this term, half, first part, plus second part, plus the sign of this whole value, plus a upon x, plus a upon x, 1 upon x, plus b equal to 3 by 2, 3 by 2 into 1 upon 1 minus 2x, bracket close dx. So separate this one. Before integrations, I will separate all the terms. Half integration of dx plus integration of 1 upon x dx plus 3 by 2 integration of 1 upon 1 minus 2x dx. Okay. Now we are doing the integration. I can write down the integration directly. For first one, you say half x. Second one, we say log x. For third one, we say 3 by 2 log of the same value, 1 minus 2x. But you see this one, coefficient of x is minus 2. So whole divided by minus 2 plus some constant c. If you simplify this one, half x plus log x plus this 2 and 2 multiplied, minus 2, this comes out minus 2 minus 3 by 4 log of mod 1 minus 2x plus some constant c. This is the answer of this question. Now we do the question number, next question. So this is done. Question number 7. You see in this question number 7, we have a quadratic equations are there. right? So this quadratic equations are there. This is quadratic equation, and we want to do the integration. So here, what I say, first of all, I want to find out the partial fraction. So the partial fraction will be here different. So far, you are getting the all the linear functions are there, but now we have a this is a quadratic factor has a quadratic equation. One is a linear equation, one is a quadratic equations are there. So I will solve this question by using partial fraction. Okay, what we do, we are solving with the partial fraction. Partial fraction. Okay. So first of all, I will do the partial fraction. So x upon, you can say this part, x square plus 1, x minus 1 can be written as, because this is a quadratic equation, so it can be written as ax plus b divided by x square plus 1. Whenever we have a quadratic equations are there, we have a two coefficient, a and b, ax plus b in the numerator. X minus 1 is a linear, so only one coefficient c on the numerator. Okay. Now we have to say multiply the whole equation. Multiply by x square plus 1, x minus 1, the whole equation. If you multiply this whole equation, we are getting x equal to ax plus b multiplied by x minus 1 plus c multiplied by x square plus 1. Now, they say x is there, open these terms, because this ax square minus a plus bx minus b. Plus, open this one also, cx square plus c. So I'm saying that here compare the coefficient of x square. Say in the left side there is no coefficient of x square, so it is a plus c equal to 0. X coefficient we have only b, bx is there only, no c x is there, so x coefficient 1, and here is only b, and comes out a constant 0. It will comes out minus a minus b, and we have a plus c. So it implies that that b equal to 1. It's much easy to be equal to 1. And the third equation becomes what? Minus a plus c equal to minus b. Minus b means this side b. B will be equal to what we say 1. So solve this one equation, 1 plus 1 cancel out. A cancel out. We say 2c. 2c equal to 1. So c equal to half. C equal to half. It means a equal to also half. So we are getting a and c. Both are half half. Is it no, not the way. We say add this one, 2c equal to 1, so c equal to half. If c equal to half is there, and then a equal to minus half, right? A comes out minus half. So we have a b c. A equal to minus half, b equal to 1, and c equal to half. So that this integrand becomes what? You write out the value of a and x and b. A equal to, you say, minus half, and b equal to, you say, 1. Minus half and 1. Minus half and 1. We have here minus half x plus 1 divided by x square plus 1. Plus, you see this one, c is there. C equal to what? We have half upon x minus 1. So this is the partial fraction comes out this one. Now we are doing the integrations. Say that here this part will be divided in two parts basically. This part is divided I1 and this I2. This I1 is divided basically in two parts, H separately and one separately. Because this is the easy simple one is that, so I am not going for division of this one. So what we are writing here, I will write down here the I. The whole I is what? The equation I becomes I1 minus half h upon h square plus 1. We are separating these terms. So minus half h. So minus half taken outside h upon h square minus 1. Okay. Say the first term I1. I1 can further say 1 upon h square plus 1. B is here plus 1 upon h square minus 1. We say dx and this is also dx plus c. C is here half and what the c's terms are there. H minus 1. 1 upon h minus 1 dx. Here in the first part, the rest two parts are the formula based only. And the first part we need we put the here h square minus 1 equal to t. So we see 2h dx equal to dt. So the first part becomes what? Minus half. This becomes dt by 2 h dx dt by 2 into t plus we can solve this one 1 upon h square minus a square. 1 upon h square minus a square will be, you can say, we know the formulas. We will apply the formula in the next stage rather at this stage. H square minus 1 dx plus half 1 upon h minus 1 dx. Now, taking the integrations, all sides. You say minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 4 log t plus 1 upon h square minus a square. Since we use this formula, 1 upon h square minus a square, I will write down the formula here. Its value will comes out, the formula. Let's see what the formula we are using here. 1 upon h square minus a square dx will be equal to 1 upon 2a log of h minus a upon h plus a. So 1 upon 2a, 1 upon 2 log of h minus 1 upon h plus 1. Okay. Plus half log of mod h minus 1 plus some constant c. Put the value of t equal to h square minus 1 here. It will come out minus 1 by 4 log h square minus 1 plus half log mod of h minus 1 upon h plus 1 plus, or I will combine these two ones. Log h minus 1, this log h minus 1s are there. So if I combine these two, last two steps are combined. So it will comes out into this h minus 1 factor multiplied by h minus 1 factor plus some constant c. If you want to combine all these four values, so say 1 by 4 is there here power and this 1 by 2 power is there, may also combine this all. This comes out log of not needed to do so much complications are there. Or want to do these complications? Yes, I can do these complications. Square terms are there, and I can combine all these terms, lot terms may also I will combine this one. Let's see, how can I combine these terms are that this is a log 1 by 4 taken outside. So we see log of 1 upon x square minus 1 power 1 by 4 power 4, or plus, similarly you can see right down here log of this, we see x minus 1 whole square, this is x plus 1 whole power goes to half. Okay, so we combine these two terms, and there's no need to combine these two terms so much, so leave it answer here. So this is the end of your question. So maybe I like to combine the all lot terms, or may not be. It's all our choices are there. So we have done this question number 7 basically. Now, question number 8. In a similar lines, we will do this, not the quadratic equation, but the repetition of the question is that. This, you see this question number 8. We want to do the integrations. See, this is the rational function. Okay, there is a polynomial in the numerator and polynomial in the denominator. You see, this is a linear factor, and this is a square, means that we have a two linear factor of the same value, same linear factors are there, squares are there. Now we do the partial fraction. We want to do the solve this question by using partial fraction. Okay, so what is the partial fraction of this part? X upon x minus 1 whole square x plus 2 will be, we can say, a upon x minus 1 whole square. See, this is the same factor, comes twice. So we write down this one, one as it is x minus 1 whole square. Second, we use the linear factor also, b upon x minus 1 plus c upon x plus 2. So now we have a, b, c. These three factors are there. Now we have to find out, multiply by x minus 1 square x plus 2 both sides. So what you are getting, x equal to a times, so x minus 1 whole square cancel out, a times x plus 2 plus b times x minus 1 will cancel out, but and 1 x minus 1 will be cancel out, not the both, x plus 2, and c x minus 1 whole square. So now we have to find out the coefficient of ABC. That's we are interested. So for that purpose, I will simplify this one. X equal to, we say, a x plus 2 plus b x square minus x plus 2x. So it will comes out plus x minus 2 plus c square x minus 1 whole square, x square plus 1 minus 2x. Okay, now compare the coefficient. We see x square coefficient 0, b plus c. X coefficient is here 1, and here is x coefficient is a, here is b, and this is minus 2c. Constant coefficient is here 0, it is 2a, it is minus 2b, or this will comes out plus c. Okay, now we have to find out the coefficient values basically, b plus c. So let's say this first question, b plus c terms are given. So in the second terms, we have A and B's are given. So I will reduce either A or B. So we add this two equation, 2 and 3, by multiplying by this one equation by 2, okay, by 2, and add. So it is comes out 2 times 2A plus 2B, okay, and we say here minus 4C. Now I subtract because I want to do the A, minus minus plus and this minus. So minus 2 will comes out, A will be cancelled out, okay, fine. B will be equal to minus 4B, and C will be comes out 5C. So now B and C values we have. Now you know this equation. Now this equation is, now I will multiply it by 4. So what we are getting? 0 equal to 4B plus 4C. Add these two equations. We are getting 9C equal to minus 2. So 9C equal to minus 2 we are getting. So C equal to we are getting minus 2 by 9. Okay. C is known to us minus 2 by 9. What is the value of C is now known to us 9. So B equal to what? 2 by 9, because B and C are complementary to each other, making 0. So A will comes out what? In the first equation we put 1 equal to A, B is here 2 by 9, and C here minus minus 2, minus minus plus 4 by 9. So A comes out 1 minus 6 by 9, that will be say 3 by 9, 1 by 3. So A comes out 1 by 3, B is minus 2 by 9, and C comes out 2 by 9. So the integrand becomes what? So integration becomes constant A equal to what? 1 by 3, 1 by 3, and integration. You see what integration we are taking with A. A I'm taking x minus 1 whole square. X minus 1 whole square, all right, plus B. B is equal to what? 2 by 9, and we are taking 1 upon x minus 1 dx. This dx is also here, plus C. C is equal to minus 2 by 9, and we are taking the terms. What is the term is there? X plus 2. We are taking x plus 2 dx. So now, taking the integrations, 1 by 3, 1 upon x square, give the values of minus of 1 upon x. So this integration becomes minus of 1 upon x minus 1. All right, plus this 2 by 9 log of mod x minus 1 minus 2 by 9 log of mod x plus 2 plus some constant c. Say the next two terms are the log terms are there. So I will combine these two log terms. So it is equal to minus 1 by 3 into x minus 1 plus 2 by 9. I take common. So it becomes the log of x minus 1 divided by x plus 2 plus some constant c. This is the answer. So this is the, we are doing the, I hope that you understand these questions. So we are ending this lecture here and teach you the